Alright guys, welcome back to a brand new video today, and in this video we are going to be going over some of the faction weapons, and in this particular video we are going to look at the Restoration VIII. I don't know what that means in Roman numerals because that version of GTA hasn't come out yet. Moving on to perks, the first perk is Quick Draw, which makes you be able to draw the gun a lot faster. You also have a choice between Accurized Rounds, which gives you a little bit more range, and then Appended Magazine, which will give you a little bit more in your magazine size. So normally it's at 47. If you pop Appended Mag, it'll give you 5 more bullets, so it's not really that useful. You also have a choice between SLO 21 Post, which is short range, another SLO 10 Post, which is short range, and then the SPO 57 Front, which is medium range or medium zoom. Moving on to how it performs in PvP, I'm going to try to keep it as short and concise as possible. I'm going to go over the main key characteristics that this weapon has and just the overall feel of the weapon in PvP. Moving on to the perks, Quick Draw and Accurized Rounds work really well for this archetype because it's very high rate of fire, lower impact. It's kind of more like an SMG sort of AR like I mentioned earlier, so you don't need Quick Draw, you don't need a weapon to feel snappy as much when you're shooting people from long range with it. But if you're using a weapon like this and you're always challenging people, always sliding around, being close quarters, Quick Draw helps out a lot. And additionally, because it's kind of that same archetype, it doesn't have great range, so you're going to experience quite a severe damage and aim assist drop off in range. However, Accurized Rounds will extend the range a little bit further to the point where the weapon can still compete at a medium range. I wouldn't try shooting anyone with it at long range, but it's not just a strictly short range weapon. Very quickly covering the stability, which some of you might have noticed at the very beginning of the video, is that this weapon has very poor stability, and that was the first thing I noticed, and immediately I thought that this weapon would be really bad because I thought I would just not be able to control it. However, once you get playing, you realize that the recoil is pretty severe and your reticle kind of jumps around everywhere, but it's still really easy to keep it on the opponent's head. Like, it's not one of those weapons where the recoil just flies left and right and you have no chance at aiming at the person's head. If you're close range and even sometimes medium range, if you get your first shot on the person's head, it is more than manageable to just keep it on their head for the entire kill. As I start to conclude the overview, one of my favorite things about this weapon is how many bullets you get in the magazine, even though it's kind of like an SMG. For SMGs, you usually get between 30 and 35, maybe even less. I believe the Trials SMG has around 20 in a magazine, and it just seems like you run out of ammo after getting a single kill with an SMG. However, this weapon feels like an SMG that destroys people at short range, still competes at medium range, and you have 47 bullets in the magazine, meaning you can get 2 kills very quickly, has a very quick reload speed. So it's one of those weapons where you can kind of just run around and completely dominate a map by killing one person, killing the next person, reloading, hiding real quick, and then you can pop right back out again and start destroying everyone. So if I had to rate this weapon on a scale out of 10 units, because doing stuff on a star scale is just too basic for me, I have decided to rate this weapon 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree out of 10 assorted garbage gifts for your love to send you. And you might be thinking, 8 out of 10? This weapon looks like garbage. How is it an 8 out of 10? When I was using this thing, it gave me flashbacks of part 2 of my 1v1 with Encooch. Absolute domination!